All right, and welcome to ViveCrypto episode 2. I am Steve, and I am here with the crypto queen, Mara Barbera. We have a much better layout and a much better show for you. We have 6 exciting topics to go over, and our first one is there is a $1.2 billion bet being placed on the value of Bitcoin versus the value of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett's stock. This bet is redeemable at 2023. It's an $8.5 million bet to win $1.2 billion. What do you have on all this?
All right. Um, for Bitcoin to be at that price, it will have to be over 45 times what it is right now. The odds I saw into that were ranging from 40 to 1 to 200 to 1. So
outsize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really think there's a possibility. That's like in 5 years, I can see that happening. I could see Bitcoin reaching that price in 5 years. So I know it seems crazy because it's such a huge amount compared to what it is now, but I think there's a shot. There's a shot for this guy to get into the 3 plus.
I mean, if he gets there, congrats to William Hill for placing an amazing bet, and it'll make them famous forever. They made a billionaire over Bitcoin on a bet, not even on Bitcoin, on a Bitcoin bet. I don't see this happening anyway. I think that when we look back at the future growth of where Bitcoin is and the altcoin market, I think when the altcoin eventually overtakes Bitcoin, likely, I think that in the 5 year window, that's basically when you're going to see that happening. So the chances, in my opinion, that Bitcoin is going to 45 plus multiple return from this point seems highly unlikely, and I would be strongly betting against it. However, I mean, if you get the greatest odds, I guess you just gotta take it.
Yeah. All right, so we're on to our second topic for today. The first household for Bitcoin in Delaware.
Yeah.
What do you have about that?
All right, so I heard that the house was listed at 1.75 million and sold for 1.35 million. Now we can't really get the direct insight to that because it's gonna be hard to get those actual numbers. The group though that pushed this house and was selling it says that they're trying to expand to 5 other states to sell Bitcoin houses, and even though this is good for a story, I don't really see it as a needle mover until we get into the residential homes, and then this would potentially be a huge move for us.
All right. So I actually have the opposite side of this. There was a person whose mortgage application got denied because he had sold Bitcoin in the past. So the people from this business saw that as a bad sign. They are afraid of money laundering, and they don't really want to deal with the risk of that.
Yeah.
They don't really want to accept crypto as a form of payment. And what I thought about it when I saw that is that people in the long term, if they don't accept it, I think they will just get behind because there's so many other people that are just gonna, accept it and take a new technology.
Mm-hmm.
I think that kind of like makes you lose clients because
absolutely.
There are more and more people that are gonna use it as a form of payment, and if you just don't accept it, you can get behind.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. TrumpCoin. Trump is starting a new special task for crypto crime to investigate such crimes as exit scams and Ponzi schemes. What do you think about all this?
Okay. So honestly, when I first read that, I didn't think much about the TrumpCoin.
Yeah.
I know more about who Donald Trump is. I think crypto defies everything a government is by definition, a government is a group of people that have power to rule in a territory according to the law. So I see this as it's like Trump is a very powerful person, and I think with cryptocurrency being all about decentralizing, I think he loses power over.
Yeah, his power is being challenged, and that might be what this is all about. That's a really interesting take that I wasn't going. First of all, when I found out that there was a Trump coin and it appears to be a scam, I kind of just suspected maybe he's an egomaniac that's annoyed that there's someone who wrote Trump coin and it's a scam, and he's like, oh no. But then I actually read that the SEC is subpoenaing people, and they're actually subpoenaing a scam that I have been adamant about, and I will continue to be adamant about, which is Skycoin, which I've quoted as saying, I hope that they receive a millennium of years of jail, which is 1,000 years of jail for everyone that's involved in this straight scam.
Yeah, it's pretty fair for them for
everything
they've done so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So on to the next topic. China funded 1.5 billion underground pyramid scheme. What do you think about that?
All right. First of all, this was huge. Huge. 300,000 people actively gambling. 8,000 agents, 70 gambling apps destroyed, with pyramid scheme with tiered levels, where people were getting different commissions on different levels to bring in more people, including more agents. Okay, this was huge. Now, to me, that's the surprising spot. The not surprising spot is the illegal betting, which I've been around for the past decade from playing poker, and it's prevalent through gamblers. But what really made me worry, and I wanted to make a point about talking about, is this is the reason why my portfolio isn't heavily weighted in NEO. NEO, in my opinion, might be better than Ethereum, but the overwhelming Chinese risk, because this $1.5 billion would not have been stolen in most countries. In most countries, you're allowed to wager and bet on sports. $1.5 billion being seized by the government, there's almost no way they're coming back. And I went in, and I quickly looked up, sorry to go on forever, but I went in and I looked up two of the most insane laws in China. And number one, no one in their country owns their own land. No one is a landowner. Number two, and the most insane law, in order to go to a doctor, you not only have to make an appointment with a doctor, but you need to get tickets. A doctor can't sell you tickets. You have to go to a secondhand vendor like you would go to for a concert to get tickets to see a doctor. It is one of the most insane things ever. I could just go on for this forever, and yes, I don't trust China. What do you have on this, my...
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, not until today did I.
All right, so what I thought when I read this was that in just any new invention or tool, platform, any, to say it in a way, creation, it's always going to bring more problems at the same time. In this case, being that cryptocurrency is untraceable money, see how those people can just be like, all right, so this is what.
It almost gives them the perfect tools to scam with an untraceable transaction.
Exactly. Just gives them more tools to continue their illegal activities. So I think there's always gonna be two sides, obviously. The good side where people create something to help people, make life easier, just towards the greater good, to say it in a way. And the bad is always gonna be there, and I can see why. Not that I agree with this, but I can see how they can use it for their just like personal agenda.
Yes, exactly. All right. So our second biggest news of the week: blockchain's first smartphone. Kind of not really the truth because HTC has already kind of come out with one, but Finney is a new company dedicated to making only blockchain smartphones. They're coming out with $1,000 phone. What do you have on this? The Finney company coming out.
Mini company. Okay, so I have more facts than anything. I don't have that much of anything. I have more facts than anything to say it simply. I saw that they're gonna have a full wallet integrated and a phone, so you're gonna be able to just store your crypto securely and online.
Like a Trezor.
Yeah, similar to that. Yeah, so like with the only difference that it's gonna be like your phone. It's gonna be the same device. It's gonna support multiple blockchain protocols. It's gonna be able to operate, just different
operating systems for both the decentralized and centralized apps, right? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I saw too. That there's already HTC. It's already making one.
Yes.
Always during that.
Yeah. So the slightly fictional marketing. Have we ever seen that before? McDonald's burgers look so great in videos.
No.
Yeah.
It's so much different.
What I really thought was not really anything particular special about this phone. However, because of it almost having the Trezor capabilities and the little section of do this decentralized apps, because there's such a large market of people that want it, their pre-sales seem to be quite high based off of everything. And I think this is an indicator that you're probably going to see our larger manufacturers in the near future, i.e. Samsung, Apple, putting in some Trezor type of features into their phone one way or another, and that is unbelievable news for us going forward.
Yeah, so it looks like people really like the idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Even though I don't think it's anything so special, if you need a new phone, you want a Trezor, and Bitcoin's for your life, this is for you. I mean, let's just be 100%, right? There is enough phone owners, Bitcoin owners, that it is potentially, yeah. Even without any real special features.
You want to present the last topic?
Yeah, so the last topic and our biggest topic of the week is MLB has signed an agreement to create a game on Ethereum. This is going to be a blockchain kind of baseball card game in which you'll win prize based off of buying tickets with Ethereum. This is connecting a lot of things in a major sport that's not just in the United States, but watch all over the world. Just what do you have to say about this?
All right. So when I read that, I thought about something that happened around, I would say 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly sure.
Uh-huh.
When they came up with that Pokemon Go app.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Pokemon Go app. Everyone remembers that.
Yeah, because I remember as a little kid watching that Pokemon, and I know there's older people than me that are like fans of it, and I know there's like just new kids that are like more technology and they are and they were into it. So I feel like it created like this connection between all types of people.
Yeah,
really, like,
absolutely.
It's just like having something to connect them. I feel like this could be something similar to that, just like kind of a platform for people to interact and just share like what they like.
Yeah, absolutely. I grew up in baseball card collecting, and when I was younger, it wasn't very popular. And then I actually got to watch it boom. And what I recognized is the real money is in something that's specialized. There's a lot of cards that there is millions of, or 100,000 of. But if you can find a card that there is one of 10 of, And one of my situations and the funniest collecting stories I've ever heard was there was a card in which one collector had all 30 cards of them left on the planet. And he was thinking about burning and destroying or whatever a bulk of them, leaving only 10 or so left to create more value in the 10 that were left, because there would be more people bidding against each other. There was 30 plus buyers in the market that were willing to pay a large sum already. So by destroying them, he would make them basically outbid themselves really heavily. And there is potential that that could be the way that they make so much money, which is a really interesting spot. And I know card collectors spend thousands of dollars for rare and pristine things, so I could definitely see them getting into this. And I think it also pushes all other major sports, NFL, NBA, NHL, to try to keep up with that. Anything else from you, Mom?
Alright. I guess I would just like to add, if you like the video, you can like it, share it, subscribe, anything. Oh, and I also wanted to say something. I actually speak Spanish too, so if you're a fan from like anywhere in Latin America, you can just comment.
There you go. Our bilingual star here. And yes, I just want to wish well to my grandmother, who is getting out of the hospital with congestive heart problems. She's 90. She's on dialysis, but is doing much better. I was able to talk to her just the other day, so glad to hear that and everything. And I hope you really enjoyed this episode. Thank you.